We are sitting with the legend, good guy, great guy, Elliott Wilson.
Mall Media.
So, Elliott, first of all, man, congrats on Rap Radar coming back.
Can you believe it, man?
I'm so happy to see you guys back.
We did an ad read for you guys.
Yeah, how was that? Did you fuck it up?
Well, I'm sure.
Love?
We had fun. We had fun with it. We don't think that we were sitting there talking all verbatim. No.
Yo, we did one for y'all too. It's so funny they give you like that generic ad copy and they say have your fun and shit.
Yeah,
but
fuck
I'm like,
that. We gotta have fun with it, man. Like what?
Mine was like, check out Maul and Rory's irreverent takes on pop culture and what's going on.
Irreverent.
Yo, you're irreverent, Rory.
Well, I want to say. I don't think if you're looking at your numbers, I think they spiked because of the ad we did, not the Khaled interview.
It wasn't Snoop.
Not any of that. It wasn't
us. Jamie.
You saw those numbers go crazy after our ad.
Jamie Trump or Rory or Maul. Whatever.
I'm gonna go with our ad read. Our mid roll.
Definitely was our
How was that?
Mafia.
Before we
we're
actually
mid-roll
talk
Mafia.
We are mid-roll Mafia.
Okay, cool.
I like it.
I'll ride with that.
Before we start talking shit, how was the news fest of Jamie Foxx Rap Radar? Because now you politicized an interview.
Yeah,
I went
you're
viral.
now you're on the far left.
No, that's wild.
You are contributing to the far left narrative.
I didn't get the crazy Trumpians in my mentions. I appreciate that though. I didn't
don't
get
worry,
that
I'll help you out. Those are my people. I got you. I'll send them your way. Don't you worry about it.
I'll send them a bottle. Send them a bottle.
Yeah.
Some bottle do say.
Yeah.
Nah, but that was like the real like. Because here's the thing, like when you think about it, like when you remember like back in the day, Rory, like I don't know if Maul was down yet. When did you join the other shit? 2017, 2018?
16.
Okay, you was part of it too. Okay, so remember 2015, 2017, Tax Stone's running around and like we have the podcast app and it's like we're looking at those charts and like who's number one and we're showing each other. So it's early that podcast, early our shit. And like, so that's 2015 to 2017. And 2017, I go to Tidal. So now I'm behind a paywall. It's exclusive. But now we're like back open platforms. Everybody can listen on your favorite podcast app. So it's just crazy to be like, accessible in that way, like in this modern era where there's like, the business is growing thanks to you guys in a major way also, like, like how much attention and like eyes and everything. So I'm relearning the whole business because, a lot of it is from the work that you guys did and continue to do. So.
Yeah, no, having to go wide and not just do the exclusive thing is definitely a different approach. And I understood why you guys did the title thing, but I'm happy now. Because so many of those interviews...
Frank Ocean killed the exclusive for everything.
No,
it's definitely his fault. It's definitely his fault.
The fucking system.
Yeah.
But I'm glad these types of interviews can be seen by everybody.
I drove past Village Underground.
Okay.
Radio.
Oh, East Village.
East Village.
EVR,
I drove past the other day and I was like, yo, this was ahead of his time.
Right.
Like just that location, that setup. Like
I had Drake in there. Like that shit.
Trust me.
That shit
That's
is like
exactly. It's a legendary
200 square feet. What is it?
Legendary.
What's those little genies they used to put in the things? You put a quarter in and they talk to you.
Oh wow!
At circuses and shit. That was Elliott. It's in a little glass box talking.
Well, who started? Did it first? Well, shout out Peter Ferraro. Like he's a dude who started it. He don't get a lot of credit. Shout out to him. He actually used to be an ad guy at The Source. That's how I knew him.
Okay.
Source Magazine ad dude, like who's the pioneer of that, like first getting the real major paper for that brand. Mm-hmm. So I ran into him, Peter Ferraro, and he's like, I'm doing this thing, EVR. And really was Mark Ronson was the first that kind of started making noise with that platform. And I loved it because you're literally on like the street. You're like on first and first.
Right in.
And I was like, we all have those. We all grew up listening to High 97 and we all think we could be on the radio and have those dreams and shit. And this gave me a chance to do it. And really, I could just really play 2 hours of what I wanted to play. It's obviously a precursor to a lot of the internet radio or streaming what's going on, but I was definitely ahead of the time. And I would get everybody to call in. Like, it was crazy. It just was real organic and dope. And like, I remember when the Drake thing happened, he came in the thing and it's like, is a shot of like Oliver in the back, and Oliver looks so like mad. They're like, why are we in this like fucking closet
it's a
with Elliott? Like, I don't understand.
We just went number one.
We should not be subjected to this shit.
Oliver's like looking all stone faced. I'm like, yo, okay.
Trying to get Katie Couric this morning.
And then I remember here's a gem for y'all. So I'm doing the interview. I'm doing these talk breaks with him, trying to do like radio play songs, blah blah. And then we go to like the third break, and Drake goes, "You didn't ask me about Chris Brown." This is the height of their
so he wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, he wanted to talk about it. Yeah.
And by the way, side note, I think Eric Adams is the only person that can get Whip and Greenhouse back open. I'm voting second term if he does it.
Eric Adams, that's one part. Also, his you know these Rory Mall exclusives.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And I want to hear the Chris Brown.
Drake
Whip
had
Greenhouse
final approval of the interview, of course, because the big stars get final approval
for sure.
So when he sent the shit back and it was 2 hours 20 minutes, I was like, holy fucking shit! Like it's perfect. Whatever he wants to do. No, he did cut small things. He didn't cut like the shit you worry about, like is he talking about Kanye or Pusha at the time?
Okay.
He cut out the thing where I said that he ruined club life.
In New York City?
Homeboy, he ruined Whip. And I really got in his ass about how he ruined.
Yeah.
I love that shit. That was like Last Night Life. You know,
Whip,
you guys know.
There's two people.
He killed Greenhouse and Whip.
Yeah.
Greenhouse and Whip was the last of the great club shit, and that was because of Chris Brown and Drake. But I will say the real issue was Maul and his family with bottle service ruined the club.
That's
100%. Buying out the bars.
There'd be no bottles to draw if there was not bottle service.
Look where we at today because of, see,
listen,
Duce, look, we're here.
It's kind of peculiar. Maul had a theory, and I had some pushback for it. But now that I see you are here solo, right? It's weird. I thought you had a podcast partner.
Where's B Dot?
Where's Brian?
Where's Brian Miller at?
Who's Brian B Dot?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Man.
He was in the
y'all
copy.
y'all don't hang out. Y'all not friends. Y'all don't kick it.
You're Rory. You hit him. I mean,
Does his credential work?
You hit him.
B Dot is at the gate. Elliott is in here talking to us.
I had to boss up my thing because it looked like I added another T to hit me with the one T.
Oh no, they can't.
It makes me feel better. You don't have a picture because
you gotta spell Elliott Rice. ELLIO.
How they don't know how to spell your name right?
Double T. I gotta. Nah, look, me and B Dot, man. Like, Maul, you's funny. You started that shit. I appreciate you.
I had to, man. Come on,
what he was doing, I was like, Elliott's gonna like this shit.
It was too many congrats. I'm like, y'all don't like each other. I had to sauce it up.
Here's how the whole friend. You know, the friend thing gets weird, right? To call somebody your friend.
True.
The thing, look, Demaris is cracking up. Why you cracking?
It's just weird.
Demaris, how many friends do you have? Like, it's hard, right? That's a title, right? Get somebody a friend title.
I'm with
that
you.
is hard.
There's
right?
work. There's work friends, work
like
associates, and then there's friends and associates.
What's that viral clip I saw? I don't even know who the person is. He's like, you know, everybody wants to have all these friends, like 20 friends and shit. He's like, give me 3 motherfuckers and I'll take over the world. Like, I only 20 friends.
Yeah.
Everybody want to have so many friends. No, but the difference between me and B-Dot is that it's hard to like lean into saying we're friends because of the age difference and because when he joins Double XL, it's like 2005. I'm like, I'm a grown ass man and he's a young dude. So it's like that difference of that. But yeah, we've grown to be friends, obviously. And like, there's a lot of love and respect there. But what I've always loved about B-Dot is that he's not a fucking yes man to me.
Right.
Like, he respects me, but he thinks he's the shit too. So, you know, somehow we make that work. He has his confidence. Now he's got a list that y'all give a fuck about. I don't know why you you gas this guy and get this list.
People go crazy every time he drops that shit.
Serious, yo. We got to join with the next episode of Lloyd Banks. And we're interviewing Lloyd Banks, and like towards the end, Banks just like gets on it about the list. Like, he just turns the whole shit to us. Like, I was like, oh, these motherfuckers really care about this guy's list.
It's,
like,
it's insane.
It's insane, right? Like, Rolling Stone, B-Dot, strongest sign Rolling Stone. What you care about his shit, like,
because B-Dot is actually in the culture, and that's where it gets different. Because with somebody else, Rolling Stone, and I'll even say complex lists, it's like, who's making this list? Do I know them? Can I trust their taste? I could disagree with B-Dot, but I respect his music taste and know that he takes the shit seriously.
But I lean
so that's why I don't mind when it just goes like, no, let's not kill this list. Let's always make it a talking point.
We're in the era of personal branding as the authority, and I leaned into that early with XXL, and I didn't know I was doing that. Like, I created this YN persona, which allowed me to be fucking bold and, you know, yellow N-word doesn't care, and like, he's willing to put it all on the line, and like, you know, I'm going against real dudes. I'm going against all real. It's funny because I didn't always just diss. It wasn't just me dissing those guys. I dissed everybody in the industry. Like, I called out everybody. Like, I was moving fearless and reckless and crazy because that's what I thought I had to do. And I was young and I was feeling myself, making money for the first time. So, you know, but people believed in YN as personal brand behind a bigger brand. Yeah. And now the whole thing is about personal brands. They care about what Rory, Maul, Elliott think. Like, personal branding is really more important right now than like these, like, who is these brands? Like, who is no shots at anybody? No, who is Complex at this point? Right. Who is this one at this point? You know, they care about Rory, Maul, Elliott Wilson, B-Dot. Like, it's personal branding.
So much that I think did come from podcasting and the visual aspect of podcasting. Because even when I would pick up, like, you had to be an actual, like, super nerd to, like, look, who wrote this in Double XL? Who wrote this in the source? Most people were picking up the source because there was an article about an artist they like, and they read it and agreed or disagree.
Also, media.
Now it's like your face is right on this camera, and this is my opinion with my name above it, with my name in the caption. Like, it becomes...
Jit is ready. Hello. Sorry. Jit is ready. Sorry, Elliott.
Did you...
Like Johnny Carson. No, but I want to... Can I get my shit off about how I made media cool? Media was never cool before me.
Get your shit off.
I was the first one.
And then drop the mic and walk out. Cool. Get your shit off, Elliott.
No, but everybody know, like, Maul's media now. It's like, media wasn't cool.
Do we consider radio media?
Media was like, no, but not journalism. It's corny ass herb. Like, you can't rap. Who are you to tell me my album's whack?
Right.
I see your byline. I don't know what you look like. trying to find you in a club and put hands on you.
Right.
That was media.
Yeah.
Like, that's where I come from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, now it's cool to be media. Charles Barkley's more known for media than even being...
Absolutely.
Like, I saw the clips running. Like, he was a phenomenal basketball player.
Yeah, a lot of people forget that.
Charles Barkley was nice. Like, he was fucking great. He's like one of my favorite players. Like, but like, he's a great media personality also. But it's like, it's crazy how media is now cool. You have to have a media company. And I love it. I feel like I was ahead of that curve of like, I made you buy into the coolness that XXL was cooler than the Source.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, that's why we had to win. It's like, they're not of us. They're not the culture. Like, they're not going to win.
Right.
Like, I don't care if they're the Bible. It's over.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm putting them out.
You did see the shit too, because I feel like all
It took me long, but I did it.
You got them out.
all the gangster rappers wanted to beat you up. Now they're media.
Yeah.
And
Like,
it's funny,
Nori is a sweetheart, but Noriega is not a sweetheart.
No.
Okay, here's a good Jim Jones story. Jim Jones, there's a tape of Jim Jones. I think one of those, like, remember everybody had the DVD shit, like we did your own DVD, and he's basically, I think he's yelling at Vanessa on the phone. He's talking about basically like he's mad we don't give him a cover.
Yeah.
Blah blah. You know, threatening to slap my kufi off, all that type of shit.
You was on the Kufi list?
I was on the kufi list.
No.
Yeah, that's definitely
You was on the Kufi list?
Definitely on the kufi list.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Jomo had me on the kufi list.
Yeah, Joe Mo.
Jomo had the kufi list.
I didn't know Elliott was on the Kufi
So I
list,
remember,
bro.
like, I get fired, and then I'm at a fashion show, some kind of fashion thing. That's when he was running around with Dame. And remember Cass was wearing the Louis shit over there.
Oh, the scarves? Yeah. Scarves over there, yeah.
So
A-Rap Money Time.
Yeah.
And Jim goes, Jim sees me, he starts snoring, he goes, I should fuck you up right now, blah. And then he goes, nah, 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 nah. Remember he had that song, nah, 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 nah,
Yes,
nah.
I do actually. Look, well, he was branding himself at the same time. It's all branding.
To his credit, Dame comes in. You know, Dame's the peacemaker, like, yo, we're not gonna do this here, blah, 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 blah. Yo, niggas need to come to my office the next morning, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So, nigga, Dame called a meeting, and me and Jim, like school kids, came to the office the next day, like 10 a.m.
I like
and basically just hammered the shit out and got.
Oh, I like that Dame did.
need more of that,
And me and Jomo been solid ever since.
Did you talk to Banks about you and 50's history?
Nah, Banks didn't go there with me on any of that shit, honestly. Yeah, it's like.
Do you think Banks was super aware of
I think so, but I think
50's disdain for you at one moment?
Disdain.
Trying to think of a nice way.
I think the disdain grew at the end. I don't think the disdain was fully there during the height of their run.
Mm-hmm.
The disdain came kind of after the end. And, you know, like, what we don't realize is that besides the things that you know, I think the one way to look at it is that, you know, 50 is the type of dude, he's a hustler. It's like, you can't make no money with me. Fuck you. He's sitting on some songs, right? So what I morph out of Double XL is I create Rap Radar. Then you see he starts really pushing This Is 50. So again, it's almost like we're being competitive with each other. It's like, and the fact that Paul Rosenberg was my partner, and he was the guy who Eminem, whatever. I think he just felt the way about that too. Like, y'all niggas trying to, you know, level up on me. You know, it is what it is. So.
I get it. Well, I'm glad nothing happened with that entire thing.
Also, let's break it down really by thing. You know this, Rory. You more on that side of town with Queens, South Side, Jamaica. We don't.
I was North Side.
They usually don't get. Y'all usually don't get along with my side, which is like Long Island City.
Well, South Side and North Side don't even
Bridge,
get along.
Ravenswood, Woodside. We don't get along. We different cats. Like you think we're like Manhattan boys.
Though. I think that's like every city, every borough is kind of like that. Yeah, you have your side of the city where you just like, oh, we don't really rock with them
like Queens. That. We all have that Queens pride, but it's very different of being like where
it's
I'm
divided
from.
though.
Woodside and South Side are very different.
Does Queens run podcasting?
Hey man, we run everything.
That's Russell Simmons. I don't know.
He was talking to you and your friends. He was saying more. You should ask Russell Simmons.
Have you talking to Russ since all the shit came out before? No, I want to know.
Russell was never my man though. Like you know, cats like Russell started that wave. You know, it's funny. Russell's remember what was that shit he had? Hook.com. Remember that? This was in the 90s. So Russell was at the forefront of sort of like the beginning of kind of killing print journalism because everybody got internet jobs back when we didn't know what to do with the internet.
Right.
So he used to pay journalists, like he hired like, you know, Selwyn Hines, who I work with, shout out Deshaun Thomas, who's at Vibe. And he basically like let's say you was making 75 a year as a journalist. Russell had the bag 150. You do this internet shit. Yeah. But it was ahead of his time. We didn't know about bandwidth, the power of the thing.
If you look, All Def Digital,
the digital shit was crazy. So Russell, I think when I think of Russell, I think of that part too.
Yeah. All Def Digital did a lot of shit that is now prominent on the internet. Of course, a lot of shit happened with Russ and there was other bigger websites, but All Def Digital really did do a lot of this shit first.
And it started with a thing he had called Hook.com. So that became All Def Digital. Yeah.
That's crazy.
But had the curve of that shit.
Who do you want to see and who don't you want to see?
No, I'm actually, I'm really like a Surface fan where I'm really excited about the headliners. Like, I really like, I mean, I obviously love Tyler. He's a great guy. I want to see him live. And Bad Bunny, the phenomenon. I missed the whole Yankee Stadium because you know nobody. Can I also say for the record, Rory Mal show that I live in California. No one wants to accept it. I left New York.
Yeah.
Everybody wants.
Did a lot of people know that?
They don't want to accept it, Mom.
Like, I've known you been out for a while. B-Dot drove you out.
Did he help you pack?
No, he ran you out like Mace.
He ran me out of Queens. He ran me out of town.
Elliott ran to LA.
Nah, so Bad Bunny. I want to see Bad Bunny. I heard about the Yankee Stadium stuff and like the phenomenon that is Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny's running this whole music shit. So
who's the one artist that you reached out to sit down with that never responded?
The funny thing is that I ran into Jinx. It's funny. I told Rory. I flew in wearing a Rory Mal hoodie. You guys gave me a Rory Mal hoodie. I like that hoodie. It's a good hoodie.
Pandemonium in TSA. Sir, you don't need to take that off. Come straight there.
Demaris give it to me. Somebody gave me a Rory Mal hoodie. So I like my Rory Mal. And here's the thing. And my wife approves the Rory Mal hoodie because a lot of
thank you.
A lot of promo shit she don't fuck with. She calls it Rob McDaniel shit. Yeah. So it goes straight in the trash.
Yeah.
But that Rory Mal hoodie's kind of clean, so I rock that.
It's quality.
I ran to Jinx. You know, we all know the brother Jinx. Yeah. But I was saying, what was that? What's the point I'm trying to make? I forget the point I was trying to make.
An artist that you reached out to that turned you down.
Oh, I was telling him I was lamenting to him about how, you know, now we're turning people down that want to get live, but people were fronting. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like in July when I'm trying to do bookings, you know, people were kind of not getting back to me. It's hard to, you know, get back in the game. You know how this game is like, nobody gonna lift you up when you're down. You gotta get hot again. So, you know, now that Jamie went viral, everybody pitching so-and-so who may not be as relevant anymore. And like, you know, he's in town. So just that industry shit, you know,
I hate it. You know? I hate that shit.
With the battle of who can talk to who first or who can talk to the most people that we all are.
Who talks the best?
Let's talk to each other wars. With that being so accessible in so many fucking podcasts and so many cameras, what's wrong with hip-hop journalism right now as far as interviewing goes?
Well, I could do a whole tutorial on how to interview. Like, stop interrupting motherfuckers. Everything doesn't have to be chronological in your conversation.
Yeah.
I'm learning that.
Yeah. You guys, this is like I watch you guys, man. You starting to, what was the thing before Quinn Miller? That's journalism. You snuck some other journalism shit on me. Drama, that's journalism.
Was great.
You did the journalism 101 where it's like you talk to 50 Cent, then you got to talk to Murder Inc. Like you did the whole side.
No, but that was.
I already DM'd Drake.
Tell both sides.
No, but the Quentin thing was Quentin was in the making for a while. I was back and forth with him for about over a year and a half. Yeah. And he just wasn't, he wasn't comfortable. He wasn't ready. He didn't really want to talk.
Drama shit. All of a sudden, he got comfortable.
Oh no, he hit me as soon as it came out. He said, "I'm ready."
But that's like, journalism. Like people forget. Like everybody talks about when I did the MJ 50 cover.
Yeah.
2 months later, I did Murder Inc.
Yeah.
And those are real conversations. Like, the Interscope was mad and we went through all that. But it's like, as the journalism thing is that you have to tell both sides. Like,
absolutely.
You gotta
give everybody,
It's unfair to give Drama this platform where he's getting his show up to this level.
And not
if Quinn Miller want to speak and you got a relationship already, it's almost unfair, to not give him that platform. So, I watch you. I think that's where certain journalism thinks. I think it's like, it's embedded in some of the best moments of everything we do. But there just isn't this one standard anymore. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, I consider what you guys did with that journalism moments. But I feel like every interview, we try to deliver that.
So many journalists, and that's why I outside of your work, do call you the GOAT. The fact that you've been able to keep this many industry relationships and never just take a side is incredible. Because at this point, I feel like it's hard to do the drama Quentin shit. Of course, that's a lower level. But artists are so sensitive now, and I feel like social media has brought media and artists closer where people feel like they're friends, like they go to dinner and shit now. Yeah. So it's tough to be the objective, like, all right, well, I'm going to let the person you won't fuck with tell they side. And now you become the bad friend.
No, I think you just have to think about, and that's how people, they say things like that. They say, well, you're cool with Jay-Z, you're not cool with 50 Cent. Like everything's black and white. It's not black and white. And the biggest thing is when you're cool with somebody, you guys know it's like you carry even more weight of that because when you do something they don't like, they feel like their friend betrayed them, but their man's turned on them. Like, the fuck, my nigga? Like, blah, blah, blah. Right. Like, that's their energy towards you. So how you manage that, how you deal with the ups and downs of the relationship is what's important. And the biggest thing, like we said earlier, is like, you just got to get hot. You got to stay hot. Like, I always got to be near the flame. I got to stay hot. Like, I have my down times, but for the most part, I don't really ever fall off and shit. I get low at times, but I'm there. Like, I want to be in the winner's circle. And like, I feel like it's going to come around for me. And ride those waves. And then the thing about this industry, like I said, even someone like Jim Jones and Styles P are these kind of guys that may have want to put hands on me, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Now you're like warriors, like you're still standing, I'm still standing.
Yeah.
So there's respect there amongst men, like to survive in this business, for people to still care about you. Like, this is my 30th summer. I've been in this 30 years. Like, I've been in terms of covering the culture, like reviewing Diamond D albums and Chronic and interviewing fucking Coogee Rap on election day in 1992 when Clinton beat Bush and shit. So
that's
like,
crazy.
I'm in this. So like, that's what it is. So, I think the longevity is important, but you know what I mean? Like, sometimes I don't think longevity is respected, but it doesn't really get the big numbers acclaimed. But I'm here to try to do both. I mean, I want to be double platinum and a legend and OG.
Hip hop in general, I feel like we don't respect longevity the way we should. Speaking of that, is it too soon for the Elliott Wilson doc?
I don't know.
Or has that even been a thought?
Here's my Rory Mal confession. Like, I thought, okay, pandemic, slow down. I'm about to give these cats that biography about my life and tell them how it really goes down and who I am. I struggle with that, honestly. Like, I struggle with figuring out how to really tell my story in a way that feels organic and feels real. I haven't really landed on that like POV of it, but I'm getting there. I want to do it, and and it's gonna be real. It's gonna be great when it happens, but I'm just not there yet.
Do you enjoy living in New York or LA more?
I felt like it was time for me to be in LA. I'm still in New York. I feel like I move like a New Yorker. I'm the cat in California. If you see me, I'm walking in the street.
That's some New York.
I'm that
shit.
crazy person.
Yeah,
walking down like Ocean Avenue in Santa Monica, like 2 miles. Yeah, that's me. Say what's up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's me. Talk. You can speak.
Dap me up. Don't talk about me bad in your car.
Yeah.
Just, pop out and say why we're good. You know what I'm saying? No, but yeah, I feel like I carry a New York spirit. I don't feel like a California person, but quality of life. My wife, it just felt right. But I'm excited now that part of what we do in like the Idea Rap Radar podcast, going back to that, is that, we saw like Jay-Z in Malibu or Drake's house in Toronto or Will Smith in Budapest. Like, I like the idea like you guys are doing. Like, you don't know where Rory Mal going to pop up or what kind of content they're going to give you, what city they're going to do. Yeah, you guys are unpredictable too. And I like that. I feel like there's power in that. Like, so I like the idea now that the world's opening back up. A little bit. Yeah, that you can travel, right? So like, I like Cali as my home base, but I love now that I can move around and I want to go to New York several times a year. I want to hit Philly. I want to hit all these markets, Atlanta, Toronto. So, I want to be mobile like that in a real way.
Yeah, I think it makes for a better interview too. Because so many artists are used to the press run. Just walk into the radio studio. Let's go to the next room.
Come
same
to
question.
Yeah.
It's different. I mean, I'm glad you guys were at Jay's house and we're in a trailer in Philly. But I see what you're trying to say.
I thought there'd be no ventilation in here. I was kind of worried.
No, we got
the AC. We got the AC. Well, Elliott,
for the record, Jay, one final note. It was Little Beach House, Malibu. So
okay.
Okay.
We bit your style and went to Noble Malibu.
Logic. I saw that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Jay Logic. Got the same.
Jay-Z Logic. Equal.
Yeah, same level.
Is it gin time, fellas?
I think it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Careful before you steal a
gin.
Yeah.
No worry,